collector of cursed dolls receives a mysterious package delivered to him by an anonymous sender. Decades after demonic episode, 4 friends find themselves at a reunion in which together they'll have to confront their traumatic experience. A new father is experiencing memory lapses, and he realizes that these episodes started when he bought a baby chair that plays a creepy little jingle. Hey, it's Jaguar Cub. Welcome to my crib. This is part 3 in an 8-episode series where I'm highlighting some of my favorite in contemporary Latin American horror. Today we'll be discussing the Mexican author Mr. Bernardo Esquinca. To date he has 7 collections. Unfortunately for my non-Spanish reading friends, only one of those 7 collections has been translated into English. Shout out Valancourt Books! What Bernardo Esquinca excels in, and Mariana Enriquez actually points out in her foreword that she wrote for his collection, he meshes his love for Las Páginas Rojas, which is essentially true crime, along with weird fiction themes and tropes. I'm a huge fan of weird fiction and a huge fan of true crime as well. On a more personal note, I loved reading horror stories where the subject matter reflected my culture and concepts were more familiar to me. For example, his story titled Come to Me, the female protagonist visits a brujo, or a witch doctor, and commissions him to cast a love spell on her coworker who she's crushing on bad. She's not a consent queenie. Now, I'm not saying that I've commissioned a brujo for a fucking love spell, but I do remember riding the bus as a little mocoso and staring out the window and seeing a lot of these full-page ads posted on these telephone poles. What was being advertised was amarres. In English, it's referred to as love binding. And then at the end, there'll be like the phone numbers and you just rip it off. But yeah, I remember that vividly. So when I came across Bernardo Esquinca's stories, it struck a chord and it made me like it that much more. But that's not the only reason why I like his stories, because even when I couldn't relate to the story, Esquinca has a knack for hooking you in from the opening lines. Like the beginning of one of his stories titled Pan's Noontide. Let me go ahead and read it for you guys here. Let me read you guys a little bedtime story. Maya had been dreaming for weeks about a stranger masturbating. Hooked! What is going on here? Also in his titular story, The Secret Life of Insects, he starts it off with 2 items of interest. 1. Today I'm going to talk to my wife for the first time in 2 years. 2. My wife is dead. Or no more, it gets you transfixed. Demoness. Late that night, amid the intense heat, the smell of urine and vomit, and his companion's prayers, there was a moment of calm in the kitchen. A master at hooking you in from the get-go. Throughout the whole story, you are wanting to know more. And his prose is top-notch as well. I mean, every author that I'm gonna be spotlighting has immaculate prose. Therefore, if you can read Spanish, I implore you to seek out all of his collections because they are incredible. And that concludes our short and sweet episode. I hope you stick around and watch the rest of the series. Bye.